Yo, yo, yo. We are live. Hey, hey, hey. All right, let's turn that down. Okay. We got a hell of a stream going here. All right. Thanks for joining us. We are live. And we're back in the saddle again. We got some programs here playing already, so I'm not going to yap too much longer here. I just want to thank you for joining the stream. I'm not sure how many people are on the stream right now. We got 2 people watching besides myself, so that's one other person watching. So I'm not alone in this, you guys. I'm not alone, and thank you for watching if you are out there. We're talking to you. We got things running already, so I don't want to spend too much time here. But yeah, I think we're going to be rocking and rolling fairly quick. Let's do it.
Technical aspects may be interpreted. They also have highly mystical meanings.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's great, Mr. Whitaker.
The sandstone layer was once desert, with great dunes piled high by the wind. The shale was once simply mud at the bottom of a shark-infested sea. The rising earth and the stone-grinding power of the Colorado River, and each day the mighty river.
A portrait of William IV, whom she succeeded.
We got no sound on VCR 5. What's going on? It could be the video doesn't have sound, maybe. I don't know. But we'll have to check on that.
In competition with another, more intelligent species, a hominid tool user, a line that would eventually lead to modern human beings.
Puss was off in a nearby wheat field. I wonder what he's up to now.
Okay, don't forget now, when the king and his daughter come by and ask whose fields these are, you must reply that they belong to Count Carabas. Don't forget now, okay? Huh? If you don't do this, the king will be very angry and throw you all in the dungeon. I'm counting on you. Just reply. This is Count Carabas's land, okay? Uh-oh, it looks like they're coming now.
For the gods. Pharaoh, the supreme ruler, was believed to have been enthroned by the gods themselves. He bore the responsibility for maintaining harmony on Earth. Not far from Karnak, colorful paintings represent the bond between the Egyptians, their gods, and the land. The Egyptians were talented farmers who knew how to reap the bounty of the Nile Valley. The pigments have not faded, and neither has the talent for agriculture, as Luxor's modern-day markets prove.
Still no sound on VCR 5. You know, sometimes it's the switchers. You gotta restart the switchers, so yeah, maybe I should do that. Let's do that.
who died at an early age of 28
in a Chevy truck, Vortec.
What about the paint around my car?
Oh, that'll go away.
Yeah, and I'll go with it. And then, how about my stomach?
Just a little indigestion.
A little indigestion. My stomach is so bad. When my grandfather died, he left me $20,000, and in 6 weeks, I'd spend it all on milk and magnesia. Would you believe that? And what about my lungs?
The doctor says your lungs are practically brand new.
They should be. I've never used them. For 9 years, I've been...
Henry, you're just a hypochondriac.
Yes? Am I?
No,
How would
still
you like
no
to see
sound
my
on
operation?
VCR 5.
No,
That's
sit down.
too bad.
Poor Henry. Let me hold your hand.
It's not heavy. I can manage on it.
You're scaring my friend.
Yeah! How do you like it? Now do you believe I'm the greatest wizard in the land?
Oh, yes.
How about an encore? Go ahead. I can change myself into anything. Just name it and I can do it.
Is that right? You can change yourself into anything I say?
Anything. Anything at all. Just name it.
Oh, great wizard.
What is it?
I know you can change yourself into huge animals, but we were just wondering if you have the power to change yourself into something tiny.
Of course, you fool.
Like a mouse, for instance.
You don't believe me?
East Africa today, teeming with wildlife, ideal conditions for an early human. It's...
There! That should show you. I'm the greatest wizard in the world.
I believe you.
Yeah! What are you doing?
His plan had worked perfectly. Now the tables were turned on that wicked wizard. He ran and he ran, but was finally caught up with him and made that terrible ogre his afternoon snack.
Your Highness, welcome to Count Carabas's castle. Come right in.
Huh?
Anyways, no fire tonight. Maybe a little bit later on. I don't know. I had a fire earlier, and it was hot. It's still hot in here. I had the windows open, so might have to start another one towards maybe at halftime. The intermission, we'll get a fire going. But right now we got that feed on this shot here, which is kind of cool. It just shows the TVs and what's playing.
Oh, there he is. It looks like Jacques wasn't the only marriage in the kingdom today.
I feel like the happiest cat in the kingdom.
Accepted without fear at Africa's water holes, but when they began to hunt, the other animals would sense a threat. Exactly when hunting began may never be known, but it is clear that the tools made by Erectus even the earliest and most primitive tools marked a momentous advance for humankind, the first evidence of culture. And as intelligence grew over time, tools became ever more refined and specialized. Learning how tools may have been made and used provides a window into the behavior of our ancestors. Dr. Nicholas Toth of Indiana University has become a master of the technique. Many scientists had believed that the objective of the earliest tool makers was to create these large cobbles, and that the chipped off flakes were merely the debris. Toth's experimentation led him to conclude it was quite the reverse. The razor-sharp flakes, he believes, were often the tools our ancestors made and used.
If you take a hard look at your average human, we're carnivores. We have small canines. We don't have slashing claws. We're not very strong. We don't look anything like a hyena or a lion. And I think With the simplest flakestone technology, you can butcher an animal from the size of a gazelle to the size of an elephant with absolutely no problem.
Passengers have come from near and far. Most have come to see a famous monument to love.
They're standing there in the middle of our village, watching us, guarding the village, guarding the people, watching over its children. And should one of them fall someday, that means that the tribe will perish one day. Will.
An incredible new product from Quality Special Products. It's the handiest thing since indoor plumbing. Swivel and Spray. Nice designer look. Swivel and Spray has 2 swivels instead of 1 to let you easily rinse all the edge of your by hand. Swivel and Spray has 2 positions, stream or spray, and stays right where you put it, unlike old-fashioned ugly rubber sprayers that crack, drip, and never stay clean. Swivel and Spray is attractive and adapter, everything you need to fit any faucet, guaranteed. You'll love Swivel and Spray for rinsing the bathroom sink, washing the baby, cleaning up in the laundry tub, for washing fruits and vegetables right in your RV or boat. Now, only through this special TV offer from Quality Special Products. The Swivel and Spray is practical, something you'll use every time you turn on your faucet, and is guaranteed to fit. Swivel and Spray has a full 2-year warranty with your satisfaction guaranteed. The Swivel and Spray, only from Quality. Stand by to order. Buy 1 Swivel and Spray for $14.95, and for an additional $5, you'll receive a second Swivel and Spray. Visa, MasterCard, or COD. Call toll-free 1-800.
Sally, please come back. Sally?
Why, Juanitas, I didn't know that was you. I thought it was some skunk prowling around. You know, you can't be too careful at a time like this.
Ned can finally relax knowing that the furnace is in good hands. Right, Ned?
Yes, dear. That's what they're here for. Call your participating in...
The opportunity to slow down a little bit. We seem to hurry so much in our day-to-day life.
Collision raises huge mountains. Seafloor and sedimentary deposits caught in the squeeze are metamorphosed and converted in part to igneous rock. This process glues the once separate land masses together. The accretion of 2 such large bodies of lithosphere as India and Asia is not a common geological event, but there is evidence that much smaller bodies of land are frequently added to the margins of continents by subduction.
Nice place, man.
Nestle Crunch. It's just more fun to munch.
Oh, Miss Guster! Miss Guster! Miss Guster! Where is that woman? Where is that nurse? Miss Guster! Juanitas!
Hello, Henry.
How are you? Hello, Hello, Black Eagle.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
That's right.
How's your health?
Oh, I'm sorry you asked. Last week I looked so terrible, 2 undertakers left a deposit on me. And say, what's happened to you? What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing, Henry. Just a scratch. I'm in a little trouble.
In Canada, even
Get the most for your small business. Calls and faxes are just 15 cents a minute to anywhere in Canada, even during business hours.
Crop circles. Crop circles. Crop circles.
Whatever people's theory and assumptions and wishful thinking and whatever, is behind people's understanding, one thing that everyone agrees on is that this exists. It's undeniable. There have been thousands and thousands all over the world. You cannot deny them. And in our database, we've got several. Unlike many, many things that have to do with out of the ordinary, it's actually concrete. It's in the physical. It's imprinted in physical matter.
Much of the information that's coded into the crop circles is actually invisible. It's light below the surface. Here I'm talking about energy fields, which are proved scientifically. We're talking about hidden geometry, which is encoded into the designs and not necessarily seen at first glance. And we're looking at esoteric information, stuff that goes back hundreds of years, in some cases thousands of years.
Assembles as precise as mathematics. It means something and doesn't mean other things. It means something. And it's been...
Which has a crown on the top and a charming pastoral scene painted on the side of it. Originally the room was red, with red walls and red columns. The blue is a later introduction and dates from this century. This is one of the most intriguing pieces of furniture.
Along the North Rim, the most impressive trees are the tall, copper-colored ponderosa pines.
The perfection of the smelting, the minutely detailed expression, the crystal clarity of the figures, and the masterful composition representing the worship of Bacchus, which was particularly predominant in Macedonia, are expressed by this unknown artist with great imagination and sensitivity, and a singular perfection of artistry. For the first time in the 7th century, Greek coins were minted. This deserves a special place in the history of Greek metalwork. In many cities of Greece, mints were established, where the artists of antiquity worked the copper and various other noble metals so skillfully that they created genuine works of art. On the circular surface of the coins, representations were cut, symbols such as deities, portraits of kings, demonic shapes, and animals.
Hole in the limestone platform.
Is to find the oldest material in the interiors of the cratons. And this is because the cores of the continents formed and then successive mountain belts and continent edge accretions occurred around their margins.
But geologists find that pattern to be imperfect, because continental masses tend to break and rift apart during their growth.
And so as they break apart, they may break apart across older interiors of continents, across younger mountain belts, and then subsequently they may form a new mountain belt across a broken edge. So that leads us with a competing...
And much more. Trade-ins are welcome. Use the Wolf charge card for low monthly payments. And when we say...
What's wrong? What's happened? Sally's gone. Gone? Where? What do you mean? I don't know. She isn't around anywhere.
Has anyone seen Henry?
Here's a note I found on the post. Dear Father, don't be angry with me. I just can't. Well, I love another. And don't look for me, because when we will be far away.
Are expanded, it's affecting us physically. Also, the grain goes into the food chain. So if you think of homeopathic remedies, the grain from the crop circles are in beer and bread and all sorts of processed foods. This is actually going all over the world. This is being exported. So a lot of people are actually getting a little drop of crop circle, whether they're realizing it or not.
Amble oak may appear to be a group of independent trees. As one observer put it, they are all holding hands under the blanket. Their roots are interconnected. The South Rim provides superb lookouts for viewing the canyon. Yaqui Point marks the beginning of the Kaibab Trail that connects the two rims. Although the rims are as little as 600 feet apart at certain points, the hike along this trail from the rim down to the canyon floor and up the other side is 21 rigorous miles.
typical Thai foods.
Land. This king will never turn a deaf ear again.
And from that day forward, no one ever teased the king behind his back about his big ears. He became a good and wise ruler, and his
To boldly take caring where it's never been before.
On the river and tributary streams for moisture.
Just like she couldn't resist.
Filled with giant relics and artifacts from another civilization. And there, at the far end of the cavern, a door with a strange inscription. All who enter these portals pass through time.
Absorb all the available
Crop circles to appear using the power of the mind, and it has worked. And
No, I'm going as fast as I can, Shrieky. Well, it's not fast enough. We've got to catch
Friend of mine, I found that love was just a joke. I learned what a broken heart meant. I even started out to get a kitchenette apartment. She thrilled me with her glances. Her kisses were just like wine, but she turned out to be the close friend of a Scotch friend.
All right, I think we're halfway there. I would say we are. And yeah, we got a nice little fire going. Yeah. We'll zoom in a little bit here. Yeah. Let's focus up. Yep. Got a nice little fire that's just starting. It's just going. Go, go, go. Anyways, we are at the halfway point. I've actually flipped a few tapes already. We're hitting some credits. I don't know how long we've been going. I know it's been about a half an hour. My recording stopped. I was recording on the wrong setting, which is weird because I thought I set that, but it was uncompressed. It actually did that last time too. I forgot. Had to swap out this computer because my laptop batteries are not looking good. They're starting to bubble. And it's tough to... here, I'll show you. Here, I'll show you. So yeah, you can see in that shot there, kind of, the laptop is ready to go. I got a new battery for it. Just need to get it fixed. But you know what? I really don't need to because this iMac is actually pretty nice. So, anyways, back to the fire. What else can I tell you? We're living the good life out here, away from society. That's why I'm the hermit, because I am away from society. in this cozy little cabin that I built with my own 2 hands. So anyways, we got the close-up back here. We'll just show that here real quick. All the cameras. Yeah. All right. Well, we got the fire going at intermission. So at least we did something correctly. Because it was hot in here before. Super hot. And, yeah, that's a nice VHS camcorder fire. Cabin fire shot. So, yeah, the fire cam is pretty cool. Not going to lie. And if you mix that with, say, something like this. Oh, hold on. You get the key in there, and then you get something like this, yeah. Or that. Just putting the whole thing in flames, eh? Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping. This is the DVD player here. Let me take it off the key. Yeah, there's the DVD player. We got a different sound for that.
You know, Semeli's sister
on the mixer
lost her mind and jumped into the sea.
Anyways, we're going to get
Straight
back to the
after
show here because I'm just yapping. I'm just rambling at this point. But things are good on the farm, on the homestead. So just hope everybody else out there is doing as good as we are here in front of 22 TVs, 20 TVs. I believe, yeah, we got 6. Another 6. It's 12. Another 6. It's 8. 19, 20. Then we got 4 laptops. This is like DJ stuff here. Yeah, check that stuff out. That's some glitchness, good glitchness going on there. And if you key that with the fire, that should look pretty cool. Like that, yeah. There you go. All right, we're setting the glitch art on fire, just like that. Let's get back to the show.
So a mystery, forming arcs and curves, straight lines and even corners. Some have 5 or 6 layers overlapping, indicating a great sophistication.
Lord, no, I stuck him! Vaporize them, beastly!
Have a sense of pride in our safety record.
Makes up his own songs. Hey, throws stones and sings. What we have here is a genuine rock musician.
Or flow, forming a geologic structure called a fold.
Folded strata can assume many different shapes, ranging in...
Now, only at Buy-Right, 3 years interest-free. That's right, no interest charges to January 1998. Plus, no GST or PST on your purchase.
Danger?
Select what you want in any department. Sofas, mattresses, kitchen and bedroom sets, occasional tables, with 0 interest charges till 1998. Plus, our golden rule, no risk purchase policy. Shop Buy-Right if you don't mind paying less. It costs nothing to look. Remember, 3 years interest-free and no GST or PST.
Go ahead, get around there, get around there. Now, old man, I've got a surprise for you. What is it? Crank my flivver. What? Me crank a flivver? Go on, you old crank. I'm a sick man. You're sick? I'd love to show you.
806 grams of fat. Because...
would be king of Israel.
I did not know.
Christmas. We just had Christmas.
Escape is cabled to Britain. The young aristocrat is welcomed home a hero. The popularity serves him well, and Churchill decides to enter politics like his father before him. The people are always ready to reward a hero. Their votes sweep him into Parliament.
Beckons travellers to come down under, to the southern hemisphere, and explore a country nearly as large as Europe. A perfect starting point is Sydney, on Australia's east coast, where the first European colonisers made landfall in 1788.
Of the Paeonic nation.
You can cruise Sydney Harbour on an exact
origin,
replica of the
such as the Dermatophori, the Dersei, and the savage, warlike, invincible Satri, who Thucydides called Nycherophori, or knife carriers. Herodotus narrates that these new inhabitants of Pangaeon continued the worship of Dionysus. They fortified the slopes of the mountain with walls, thus keeping the rich mines of the area for themselves. The finding of small embossed statues of Bacchus, the evidence of an ancient settlement in the region of Pangaeon, and the dense forest of ancient oak trees, which was a sacred tree for the rituals of the oracle, all lead to the conclusion that the oracle of the god Dionysus was in a cave on the peak of the mountain. This is also referred to by the ancient writers Herodotus and Thucydides. Here, among the enchanting peaks of Pangaea, Bacchus made his shrine and his oracle. This happened after Lycurgus, the king of the Edonon, had chased him out of his country, as he was opposed to the orgiastic worship of this god. Dionysus punished him harshly.
Pilot the starship.
Oh, thank you, Captain.
There. That should keep her happy for a while. Yes? What is it, Lieutenant Cheer?
When will you let me co-pilot the ship?
Soon. Very soon.
We made it onto the Care Bear ship, Shrieky. Beastly, get me out of here! Oh, it's stuck. All right, you asked for it. I'm going to have to. No, please don't.
Completely across the plateau and captured the ancestral Colorado in a maneuver called stream piracy. All the water then began flowing west, and the modern Colorado River was born.
For a man who finds satisfaction only in action.
Yeah, with your glasses, yeah.
I think I would not.
The look
is visual. What's encoded in the geometry is energy. And it is well known that if you build a geometric structure on a strategic point of land, you will enhance the energy of the area around you.
The raging white water. Schoolteacher, botanist, geologist, and surveyor, the 35-year-old Powell selected 9 men, hunters and tough former soldiers, to accompany him on his 3-month journey across 270 miles. They set off in small wooden boats to explore the unmapped Colorado, one of the most powerful and dangerous rivers in the world. The trip down the river is still one of the greatest adventures in the American wilderness experience. Today, river guides often read from Powell's original journal of the trip to heighten the sense of re-experiencing the historic journey.
May 30th, 1869. This morning we are ready to enter the mysterious canyon and start with some anxiety. The old mountaineers tell us it cannot be run, but all are eager for the trial, and off we go.
Body of rock, we're almost always dealing with compressive stresses, and so the types of structures we get there really are just a reflection of the different magnitudes of stresses, compressive stresses in different directions. However, when we get up near the surface of the Earth, where we're dealing with a free surface with no overlying weight of rock, we can sometimes get tensional stresses. These stresses will try to pull apart our rock in some direction. Under those circumstances, we can get things like joints or fractures, or veins of different types of minerals that float into these fractures that do give us some clues about the directions and magnitude of tensional stresses. So just by looking at different types of structures, or folds, or joints, or things like that,
plunging into the troughs until we reach the quiet water
during the time that these structures
feeling of great relief. Our first
Unconformities, the third great class of geologic structure, are not as
I will understand everything is based on the energy, so I study crop circle based on the energy.
Then you can go back and tell Father all is well.
Something's wrong.
Just as astronomers are preoccupied with the immensity.
Will today be the day? Choose a man. I defy you. There must be one man of courage in the army of Judah. What about you? Or you?
Yeah, that's it. You got it. Palms are warming up.
around bends undermines the high cliffs in
Past life had been a preparation for this hour and for this trial.
England chose the right man, a man of impulse rather than a man. A logical man would have surrendered.
Well, not quite, but...
Well, in general. Removed by erosion, followed by burial of the erosion.
New mousse for volume, and new hairspray that holds all day.
All at the same time. For a sinus operation, I was under ether. 1 hour and 45 minutes. 1 hour and 45 minutes? Yes. And you think you were under ether? Yes.
And by happy design, took some of Frost's most celebrated words to heart. To paraphrase Robert Frost, 2 roads diverged in a forest, and Stan took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
It started with a Japanese armor diver's mask. The armor divers were the Japanese pearl shell divers, the ladies, and they had masks like the ones that we have today. Put on the
Emus, Australia's flightless birds, wander through the ghost towns. These days, Kalgoorlie's miners
take place on the mountain at night by the light of flares. Many researchers believe that in order to attain the necessary depth of ecstasy, the faithful didn't only drink wine, but also resorted to various plants with narcotic side effects. Under the influence of this intoxication, the followers of Bacchus believe that in this way they come close.
Hard, mechanical, Newtonian reality of solid objects and linear time to
plutonic rocks are overlain by sedimentary rocks. Plutonic rocks and metamorphic rocks form deep in the earth, 10, 15 kilometers deep. And in order for them to be at the surface, there has to be the removal of all the overlying rocks. And so this takes many millions of years, and maybe tens of millions of years. And eventually those rocks reach the surface where they're exposed to erosion. Then a return of the oceans will result in sedimentary rocks being deposited on top of them. So the time lapse there is immense, and the number of events that have occurred are really phenomenal. And whole mountain ranges are built and then worn away and then covered over. Another kind of unconformity is the disconformity, where the lapse between
27 circle elements in the outside asteroid belt, one for each book of New Testament. In 1996, we received two huge ram's horns
between the two,
and another crop circle formation in the shape of an ear with 39 circles, one for each book of the Old Testament. I felt this had to be more than accident. If an intelligence not of this world is trying to communicate with us by using crop circle pictograms, it would most likely use something easily accessible to all, such as the Bible. In 1990,
You've got to learn to control your eating. Now, don't let that happen again.
I won't, Captain.
What there may be below, we know not. So we listen for falls and watch for rocks, stopping now and then to admire the gigantic sea.
I will carve your flesh and feed it to the fowls of the air and the beasts of the field.
It is you, Goliath of Gath, whose flesh will be fed to the beasts this day. So all the earth will know there is a God in Israel.
This will put you and your God to rest. And then all of Judah will be taken over by these, your Philistine masters.
Not upon this day, for the battle is the Lord's. I come armed with the name of the Lord of hosts, which is the mightiest weapon of all.
Enough! Let us see how mighty it is.
You did it! You did it! Victory is ours!
And David had success in all his undertakings, for the Lord was with him. And when King Saul saw that he had great success, he stood in awe of him.
Margot, Loki, come on.
No, Grumpy, check the engines. Grumpy, go to...
That the circle makers
had something to say.
We're talking about the most staggering moment in human history.
Signed an act that doubled the size of the park.
Camera and take some great color pictures like these. The 10 winners will get an all-expense-paid trip to be my guest at the 1986 American Video Awards show in Hollywood. And the funniest picture of all wins my personal vintage jukebox, plus the top 100 hits of 1985. Don't forget, time's running out on Polaroid's Top 10 Funny Picture Contest. And if you missed the deadline...
Standing at the top of the rim, there is a silence that is nearly overwhelming. It is a silence that makes you want to whisper. It is moving and unforgettable. A performance of nature in the amphitheater of the gods.
Gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time.
Icicles appear to be a new phenomenon.
Of course. All they do is eat and eat and...
Eat? He must have eaten all the Igwag's food.
Then Treatheart didn't do it.
Oh, we've made a terrible mistake.
Well, we've got to apologize to her. Mr. Brightheart, find out where she is.
Early Saturday morning, my husband came into the house and he said, "Joan, there's something spectacular going on up there at the creek." And I said, "What is it?" He said, "You'll have to come and see it because I can't explain what it is." He said, "And it probably never happen again." My husband, I ran up to the creek. I couldn't believe it. It was a circle about 15 feet in diameter. It was so perfect.
We'll bring that Care Bear right here.
My husband saw it early, and the circle was going around. It was just so perfect, like nature.
This 1991 Barbary Castle triangle is a replica of an ancient Kabbalistic symbol. To Aboriginal peoples, it represents the Great Mother.
Our Aboriginal ancestors told us through different prophets that came about events that would happen around this time. The bigger circle is a timeline, a path that we're on, and the earth changes that will come. Is to let us know that there are Star Nation relatives and the spirits will help us through those changes, and to not give up hope, but to remain strong, and we'll see a new world emerge. We embrace the Star people as our holy ones, as our ancestors once did. They have been helping us all along.
There were all kinds of structured routines to play with. And I played a great deal in tide pools, used my imagination, ran around playing Robin Hood by myself, did things with the boats, planned things, but pretty much alone. And a sense of adventure is sometimes engendered by fantasy like that.
Aboriginals regard the crop circles as future, fulfilling ancient prophecies in the mending of the hoop, healing the beloved mother.
I believe the first thing that each one of us need to do is to get out of our heads and bring our consciousness to our heart chakra, and then flow with the divine dance that is the phenomena of the crop circle. Allow ourselves to experience the gift.
As a contactee, Judith claims the originators of the crop circle communique are from the constellation Arcturus. She states that Arcturian engineers are chosen by the galactic of direct mind-to-mind communication with humanity at this time.
Formulas of light and sound frequencies are being emanated into the Earth's grid and ley line points at critical places in the planet to connect to frequencies that were previously sat into the grid system by star brothers and sisters that came here as far back as Neolithic times. A matrix was prepared, a formula for the ascension of this planet, the awakening of Mother Earth, the birthing of Gaia.
Can you believe it? Crop circles.
Each crop circle is a jewel of creation.
A jewel of
Each
creation.
crop circle carries
I love crop circles. I think that they're the coolest thing ever. They do exist, and you can't explain them. How do you explain crop circles? I mean, you can't fake that stuff. It's too hard. It's too intricate. I do have a couple friends, though, that did make a crop circle. And they made the front page of a newspaper. I won't say what town. But, yeah, their crop circle was not like that. It was pretty shitty. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's the end of our session for today. How'd you guys feel about that one? I'm talking like I got a big crowd of people watching. But I just checked, and it's just me. It's just me. Unless there's some people on Twitch that I don't know about because I'm not monitoring Twitch. But YouTube, we have one person watching, and that one person is me. So anyways, we're going to keep doing this regardless. And yeah, thanks for watching. The recording will be up. There you hear a tape rewinding because the show is pretty much done. Everything's ending. The crop circles are still going, though. I will admit that. Very interesting. I almost want to watch the rest of it. But I think we'll end on that note.
This circle, called the Catherine wheel, is a fractal and geometric code for the manifestation of new cycles of creation.
See if we can end on purple here, like old times.
Our linear time.
This is number 62?
We can't figure out how the Catherine wheel could happen
62
so rapidly,
or
so
63?
massively. You really need to understand the concept of transcending linear time to understand the crop circle phenomena.
This is 62, my friends. 62. We got purple crop circles.
On the Arcturian mothership, there are holographic chambers
The mothership.
that carry the
I
blueprint
just
of each crop circle.
I can't stop this right now. This
These
is amazing.
formulas then are brought into the Earth's energetics, and
we
once
got a
they
cool shot on
come
7
into our
here. Look at this.
biosphere, they actually become light.
Underwater. Coral reef. Remember the coral reef video jam? Go Google the YouTube the coral reef video jam.
I come
Must
from
have
Australia,
used that one before.
where
Okay,
I know
let's
there is a lot of-
let's stop that and let's go back to me for a second, and we'll say goodbye. What can I say? It was a fun time. And we can definitely keep the purple in there. And yeah, we'll just end it there. Maybe put a little glitch art on for you here. Hold on.